Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Birdie Golf Club podcast. I hope you're having a great week so far. It's Tuesday, we've got past Monday, and Wednesday is on the horizon, which means Thursday will follow, and then we're at Friday. So that's how the week works. That's a weird intro. Anyway, this week is a fantastic episode. I've just sat down and recorded this with Franky Hardy and his mum and dad, Darren and Sarah. Franky is an exceptional golfer in his age group. He's only 9 years old. He may have just turned 10, I'm not sure, but he's 9 years old and he's already made it into the under 12 Hampshire level golfers. So he can be considered a very elite young amateur golfer. And he's also just a really lovely kid that is a real credit to his mum and dad. And it's a fascinating episode, one from the point of view of a young amateur golfer, and obviously what's required from him to perform. And to continue to keep the game fun, but also from his mum and dad's point of view, with young kids myself, and trying to keep the game of fun, but the game of golf both fun and also competitive, because that's all part of the game as well. It's just a really interesting insight with them on how they've managed to do that, and obviously the sacrifices that are involved in that. So I think it's a great listen for all age groups, for everyone to enjoy. So I hope you enjoy that episode. I just wanted to take a quick moment as well, just to thank you all for the support of the podcast. It's growing. It's had a real surge in growth recently, and that can only be down to you as listeners. So thank you so much for that. I love doing this podcast, and I will continue to do this podcast as long as it is always enjoyed. I learn something every single week, and hopefully you do too. We're growing all around the world. We're in fact number 4 in the category of golf when it comes to podcasts in Luxembourg. So in Luxembourg, if you're listening right now, thank you so much. We're number 4, which is amazing. Some other ones, we're number 10 in Sweden, 31st in Norway, 89th in Canada, 95th in the United States. That's quite big. I'm proud of that one. I'm proud of all of them, just to be clear, but the United States being such a huge demographic of golfers, to be in the top 100 there is amazing. 97th in Ireland, 120th in the UK, 122nd in Australia, and so on. 27 different countries this podcast is listened to. So you know what? If you can, in the comments of this episode, just put where you're listening from, and if you can, as always, leave a 5-star review. Go and follow us on Instagram at Birdie Golf Club Podcast, and just thank you so much. So without much further ado, that's enough of me. Let's get to the episode with Franky Hardy. Lovely stuff. So Franky, you said you had school today.
Yeah.
But obviously that was probably a bit of a come down after the weekend that you've had, wasn't it? Because what were
Yeah.
you up to this weekend?
So on Sunday I played in Stokes Bay, which is like one of my local clubs. I played in the 36-hole men's club champ,
Right. Wow.
and I came 24th in the end. Yeah.
That's unbelievable, Frank. And I saw also that was a bit of history for the club as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, youngest one to play in it and qualified for it. Yeah.
That's incredible. That's unbelievable. And how did you find the 36 holes?
Um, I can say it was good, but then like when you get in and you sit down, you sort of notice like the reflexes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Sort of like how it impacts you. You know what I mean?
You wanted
Yeah.
a day off to recover.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Well, he says that, and then he said, "Oh, okay, then should we go and play golf?" And he went, "Yeah, okay." So
I also get that.
Yeah.
I just went on a trip and we played 36 a day. And yeah, I didn't feel like I came away needing more golf. So I know, especially at your age, Frankie, like doing 36 in a day, just the attention span as well to do it is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you both must have been incredibly proud, Darren and Sarah, seeing her
Yeah.
do that.
yeah, really
We
proud.
was.
Yeah,
I think we were more we said, like, we don't care what you shoot, we don't care how you play, just mentally, just gear yourself up for 36 holes, because that's a massive thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we just had the US Open qualifying, and that was the longest day in golf. 36 holes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to do that, and
you had to you first of all you had to qualify for that, didn't you?
Yeah, I played an 18-hole qualifier, and I just made the cut line. So yeah,
Got in at 30, didn't you?
30.
oh
So
wow,
30 qualified, and I came 30th. So just
that's
on the line.
amazing.
Yeah.
And how did you find the competition? Because obviously you play a lot of junior tournaments, but how did you find the difference in obviously playing from a bit further back and competing with men as well? I mean, that's a challenge in itself. Being at the age you are, Frankie, how did you find it?
Yeah, you just sort of, I'm not saying that you don't, but like you just sort of need to, be a bit more adult-like, and like, try and just play your own game, not think about like, because obviously there will be people there that are probably, a little bit better than you because they are men. I mean, so I think, really if
not trying to keep up with their drives and stuff like that.
Like, you just got to try and play your own game. Be zoned in your own game, really.
Yeah, exactly. That's an amazing achievement, Frankie. When I saw that, and I knew that you were coming on Monday, I thought, I mean, there's plenty of people that would spend their whole lives trying to qualify for those type of events. Us, mere mortals that play golf, are just are not managing it. So that's amazing. You seem to be somebody that's incredibly well grounded as well, Frankie. Like you seem to know what your limits are because of like you said, you're not trying to keep up with the guys that are driving the ball a lot further than you are. And where do you this is a big question for early on in the podcast, so I apologize for it, okay? But maybe mum and dad can help with this one as well. But where do you see yourself going in the game of golf? I know that's big stuff, but where do you see yourself?
So obviously I'm in Hampshire now in the U12s. So I think I'm just going to try and work my way through that, through the whole under 14s and 16s, and then under 18s, and then trying to, play for England, and then, from there, trying to just keep practicing and getting better, and then eventually get onto the clutch tour, and then kind of go from there, and then, get onto the challenge tour, and then, qualify, get my DP card, and then sort of,
Well, there you go. Sounds pretty good to me, Frankie. Sounds like that's pretty well sorted. And I noticed your Instagram account. Sorry, Frankie. Sorry, I'm talking over you. Go on, mate. You carry on.
Sort of setting off, keep progressing, getting older, getting better.
Set little targets.
Yeah, exactly. That's amazing, and that's the way to do it. So you've set yourself a path there, haven't you? To go from where you are now, which is amazing. Playing under 12 for Hampshire and everything like that is brilliant, and then just progressing step by step from there. I had a guy on the other week. I don't know if you heard the episode with Rowan Mia, who I pronounced as Rohan Maya for the entire episode until he eventually corrected me on that one. But he plays on the Clutch Pro Tour. He's just started this year. He's 21, and he's just started playing. So he's out of Mallins Heath, which probably isn't too far from you. So maybe we can make some connections there, and you can maybe go out and play with Rowan one day and see what that kind of golf looks like. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'll try and get that sorted if I can. Get you in touch with Rowan. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate.
No, not at all. I mean, for you, Darren and Sarah, I saw that the Instagram account started about 3 years ago. When did you first notice with Frankie that he had something when it came to the game of golf?
Well, the very first time we picked up a club, we actually went over to American Golf, and we were buying something for somebody in the family, I think, weren't we? Like some balls or some ball markers or something. And they've got them little green areas where you can test out all the putters. And Frank was about 18 months, and he was sort of like toddling about like they do. And then he went in there and he he picked up his putter.
I went in there, I fell in love.
Yeah, he went and just picked up his putter, and he putted this ball from about 10 foot and hold it, and he was holding the club, like, and we were just like gobsmacked, and we were like, do it again, and he just kept doing it. And then from then on, we were like, he's got something, we've got to kind of act on it. So we bought him some plastic clubs, and then we bought his first little set of clubs, and it kind of just, he was just sort of running around the house.
It doesn't feel that long ago, really, but it was.
Hitting balls with the ball, and so it kind of just went from there, really. And we sort of, none of us are golfers. We've never. It was him.
I was going to ask you, is it from what he's seen, or just natural ability when it comes to it?
Yeah, I think because I used to play football when I was younger, and then I gave up football. I had an injury, so I started trying to get into golf, didn't I? And then went to the driving range, and Frank would always come with me, didn't he? And then after probably about 20 balls, I just used to stop what I was doing, and then and then you just carried on, Frank, didn't you?
Yeah, and then the sort that's progressed a lot further now. It's sort of,
got you a few lessons.
Yeah, I got a few lessons, and then I ended up beating him now.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what you want.
But we actually couldn't wait for the day that he did beat you. You said the day he does genuinely beat me, I'm very proud of that.
It was only about, I think it was 2 years ago I first beat you.
Yeah.
When you was probably about 8 years up there, 7
years old. 7 years old.
God, it happens quick, doesn't it? I mean, my little boy is 4, and because I started playing golf back again when I was, when he was about 18 months old. So he's had a little plastic golf club. He used to copy me in the garden.
Yeah.
And he loves it. I took him down to the golf simulators the other day, and he was hitting balls. I barely got a turn. He must have hit about 150 balls in an hour. He's just going for it. And the same thing. I think I can't wait until he beats me. I'm going to try and postpone it for as long as I possibly can. So I've got this little interim period where he can't really go out and course, to try and get better. But I mean, as a dad, as a parent, that's what you want at the end of the day. You want it, that it's a difficult balance, right? Because I'm sure you've had to find a lot of competitiveness with also, trying to keep it fun.
Yeah.
How have you found that? And Franky, you can comment afterwards on ways that they've done it. But how have you found that balance?
I don't know, really. It's been quite challenging.
I think it's harder for us watching sometimes than because Frank's just not nervous. He's not fazed by it. Whereas he's on the tee box, and we're like, please don't shank it. Yeah. Please don't shank it. It's more nerve-wracking for us watching, I think, sometimes.
Definitely that. Yes. The weight just sat there, just. Yeah,
but I think I think the younger they start, the less they feel that pressure.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they don't, but sometimes, I mean, like you say, like, keep golf fun, and you do have to keep it fun. But when Frank has a grueling round, you say to him, "Was that fun?" He'll go, "No." Like anyone can do it.
Yeah.
And when you're playing well, but if you have a mare of a round, it's like it's torture.
Yeah.
Like golf, I know they're always trying to keep it enjoyable, but it's only enjoyable, really. I know it sounds a bit like annoying, but it's only enjoyable when you're shooting, like,
playing well.
In my perspective, it's only like enjoyable when you're shooting like late 80s. I mean, it's only enjoyable in that sense.
That's the most honest thing I think I've ever heard, Franky, when it comes to that. And people try and say different, but it's just not true, is it? Unless you're playing well, you're not really enjoying it.
It's an emotion.
You do enjoy golf, but in certain times, you don't enjoy it, because when you're playing 36 holes, you always have a bit of a bad patch. So I mean, because I had a bit of a bad patch, but then I covered with par. So I mean, you've always just got to recover from your bad patches. If you have a double bogey and then bogey, you've got to recover from like a par or birdie. So I mean,
exactly. From the other side of it as well, we going back to the original question. I think what we've done with Frank is, he started with a junior academy, didn't he, with Stanley Garland. And he had like a junior section there with an academy of, like, it was 5 to 8 year olds, and then 8 to 11, and then 11 to 15. And then Frank started in the younger group, and within probably about a year, he went with the older kids because like his natural ability was progressing quite well, so Stan moved him up early, didn't
he? Yeah.
And that really helped because he went in Frank's eyes, he was treated older, and that helped him progress. But and again, it was fun because they used to do challenges. They have challenge days when they had like 4-hole challenges, and then he progressed up to 6-hole challenges, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then it was up to 9-hole competitions, and it was like a gradual.
And then by the end of it, I wanted to play like 36.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. That's a good way of doing it, though, isn't it? Introducing kids to just a few holes at a time, and then moving up, because concentration level is difficult. And although they may want to go out and play 18, are they really going to enjoy that 18 holes? I remember being a kid playing 9 holes was like max that I could focus.
Yeah.
Time, so
also I think in that setup there was never like a winner or loser at that time, was there?
No, it was just about having fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was also
learning.
Yeah, if you shot, say your challenge was to move up, you done on like badges on levels.
Yeah, like academy levels. Yeah.
So if you was to go around in like 4 holes and you shot a 20, you would then move up to, you'd have like 3 or 4 categories within your colour range, wouldn't you? And then you'd move up to the next tee box. So you staggered the tees to tee off from. Yep. So there was like a whole
clear progression.
Yeah, from like aqua tees, wasn't it, to start off with the younger ones, right through to the yellows.
Going off the yellows.
But I remember, I think the first time because I obviously started on the aqua tees, but the first time that I was on the aqua tees, it was I was always shooting really well, and then I just progressed a lot, very quite quick, and then I think I was only doing it for about year and a half maybe, and I think I was already up 4 tees, I think. So
yeah,
I progressed quick.
That's a brilliant way of doing it, though, isn't it? Just having that progression, because then you've got something to look forward to. So the competitiveness is taken away from the group.
Yeah,
so there's not any fall-ins out or whatever it might be. But instead, you're learning to play your golf.
Yeah.
Which is the most, like you've said already, Frankie, that was the most important thing at the weekend, just playing your round and ignoring everyone else. That's what all the top golfers say.
Yeah.
Because you start off like that, just, enjoying the game, having fun, but then as you get older and you get better, you practice more, you start to enter more comps and it gets more competitive, and you start playing better golf and more competitions, do you know what I mean? Because you're learning about the game and practicing before the comps. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Also, as well, sorry, just to interject there as well, is that once he sort of got to a position where at the academy section, we was looking for a golf club that sort of could help him on the next path, couldn't we?
Yeah.
And then we actually tried to get him into another local course, and we couldn't. We was on the waiting list for about a year there, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then we managed to get into Stoneham, and that the junior section there
is incredible.
And from day one, we turned up, didn't we? And then made to feel so welcome with the juniors there, and literally the first session, wasn't it? You was with just turning up to go to the driving range. There was loads of older boys there, weren't there, just waiting to play golf with you, weren't there, really? And then you fitted in straight away, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. As soon as I got into Stoneham, I was invited to be in the elite team up there. So I went on that, and
that was your first big thing.
That was my first big milestone achievement, and then after that, I think I got a lot better from doing that. Because since then, which has only been about
18 months,
I've got a lot better.
When you play better people and better juniors, you automatically up the game. Try and keep up with.
Yeah, rising tides. I always try and use that phrase, and I always forget the second half of it. But at the end of the day, that's how you get better.
Yeah, definitely. And I think when you say how do you keep it fun and keep that balance, is when he was in the sort of amongst all the juniors there in the junior section, they would have down on the driving range, wasn't it, in the evenings, you used to have, well, you still do, they put a speaker on with the music on.
That's great.
It's like the live tour.
Live tour down there. And chipping, putting on the range, aren't you?
And doing like stingers, little techniques. And so it's all practice.
Absolutely, yeah. Because that was a big thing, like with juniors, wasn't it? Like putting green competitions, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's almost a silly question. How do you keep golf fun? You do fun things on the golf course, essentially, and no one's better than that at kids. At the end of the day, kids know how to make it fun. Yeah, which is great. So, Franky, have you got a golfer that you model your swing on? So someone that you look at. I know you might even say, no, I do my own golf swing, which is great. But is there somebody that you look to and you think, oh, that's how I want to swing a golf club?
So I've never really thought that. That's a good question, actually. I never actually thought that. But a lot of times, you know, swing the golf ball and just flush the ball. My dad always said I swang it like Scotty Scheffler.
Okay, yeah, that's not a bad one.
Flush it like Scotty, but then sometimes you like to give a bit of Bryson, don't you?
Yeah.
So you have no one really in mind when you're swinging the golf club. You'll just do what's natural to you.
Well, you say that, Frank. When Nick does your lessons, who does he always put on? There's a split screen that he tries to model his swing on to start with, wasn't it?
And Roy McIlroy.
Hey, you know, it's a pretty good basis to start with, isn't it, Rory, at the end of the day? Other than last weekend, where he struggled a little bit.
So for the last year doing his lessons, when he has a lesson in the sim room, Nick, there's like split screens on there, and
there's like 36 cameras.
Yeah, there's cameras all around the room, and he puts Rory's like image or swing, and they slow his swing down, and then they also show Frank's swing on the other side, and then he'll draw lines and say, right, I need you to come more inside here, or get your hands high there, or do whatever. But you could really relate to that quickly by using the screens, couldn't you? And
because I know it's only a screen, because you think when it's just a screen, you don't think you're learning much, but it's like, because if you're hitting onto the range, you get a better perspective of how far you're actually hitting the ball. Because you're hitting like just a sim, you're not getting a perspective of how far you're hitting the ball. So if you're like in a simulator room, and then it opens up like Stoneham does, so you can hit onto the range, gives you a better perspective of like how you're swinging the ball, because it's like on course practice effectively. It's just, you know, you're hitting off a mat, so it's slightly harder, but you know, in a way, slightly harder means better because it gives you more. I think.
Yeah, it's always better to practice hard, like practice it hard, and it's easy when it's out on the course.
Because when if you practice the thing that you're good at, you only get better than that. But like you just got to practice everything. Like if you're bad at stingers, which is me.
Yeah, that's your weak point, is it? The stingers.
I know you don't always need them, but if you do stinger, don't ask me.
Okay, all right, noted. So, okay, if that's the weak point, Franky, for now, because I know you're working on the stingers, what would you say is your strongest point of your game?
I'd say short game, but like in a way, it's like more or less putting. So because, you know, my putting wasn't like the best, which is why we worked on it just slightly more than like my long woods and all that, because sometimes that's the thing that saves you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So practice on that.
You've practiced a lot.
I've practiced a lot on putting, and my putting's a lot better now, and even chipping, I've practiced a lot, and my chipping's a lot better now. But yeah, I'd say mainly the best parts of my game is chipping, putting, and driving.
Okay, well that's quite a few elements of the game, that, Franky. That's quite good.
Yeah.
That's a good spot to be in.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So short games, you're like reliable. You know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And Mum and Dad, would you agree with that? That's what you see, the short games.
Yeah, definitely. I think with his driving, he's just because of his age and his height and his strength, he can drive it quite far, can't you? But he's sort of averaging probably 170, 180.
Yeah, 180, not averaging.
And then, but but it's quite straight. And then so obviously you're always going to have more shots than others, but it needs to come down to your short game to be able to compete with.
Because if you're driving, if you take a drive and then you're on the green and you're putting for birdie, like if you're putting, that's what saves you, because you've made the green, you've done the hard work. All you need to do now is just putt, because that's what's going to save you. Because if you end up making a 5 putt, then you've walked off that hole.
I hear you. I've done it.
For one, and then you've just 5 putted and made double bogey, triple bogey.
Did you watch me last time I played? Is that what it? No, I completely agree with you, Frankie. I think you're bang on. That's the element of the game that no one really enjoys practicing that much. Generally, if they want to go and hit balls at the range, things like that. But the short game, the putting, that's where you're going to make up all your scores. You know? So
most evenings we sort of run over. We live opposite a golf course at Gosport Stokes Bay one, and we run over and just take your practice stuff over, bag of balls, don't we? And then we just go on to one of the putting greens there, or we go on if it's later, we go on the 18th or something green, don't we? And just do some chipping and putting around the green, don't we?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
But I'll tell you what, Frank, Frank, just listen, just wait. Sorry, but on Sunday he was actually in a position where I was watching him, and he had on the 18th green, he'd actually teed off and come over to behind this mound, wasn't you? And he was in this deep rough stuff on the back there, wasn't you? And I thought he'd get up and down from this pretty easy. I thought in my head, because we've practiced being in that position so many times just in the evening, didn't we? And you did. You walked over par, didn't you? You got up and down, didn't you?
I just literally flopped it over the thing and made it to about there, and then just putted for par.
Yeah,
amazing. So the practice came in nicely. That worked out.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. And that sort of brings me on to another point as well. Question for you, Darren and Sarah. Obviously, I've spoken with Ali from Club 36, and he mentioned you guys when we spoke, and he said, the sacrifice that you guys make to make sure that Frankie manages to get to all these places and be there. How have you guys found that? And obviously you do anything for your kids, I know that, but
100%.
That must be difficult at times though as well, right? And tiring as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I mean, I think
I'll say
you sacrifice a lot more than I do, so much to speak, because you're the one that he wants to go more.
Yeah. The thing is, it's all a big team effort,
It is a
isn't
team
it?
effort, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah, but mate, I've got the biggest pie. I'm playing the golf.
I know, Frankie. I know.
There's sometimes I'm thinking, we need to get up Stone tonight. Well, not get up. We've got to go there, but we want to go up Stone tonight. So I try and manage my day at work. Try and get away, get out on the road early in the morning. Try and get back in the evening, and then got to quickly turn around at home. And sometimes, Sarah knows, Frank, they pick up on it. You do get a bit stressed out because your phone still work. Your day isn't actually finished, does it? And then you're trying to get everything into the motor.
And I always say to you, don't I?
You're going to sit all the time trying to beat the traffic and back out again. And it's
But I always say to you, try not to get stressed, because if you get stressed, Frankie gets stressed, and then his game's just going to be horrendous. So it is about juggling it, but it is a rush, because I pick him up from school. And
school's in the way.
School's in the way, I pick him up from school, we come home, have something quick to eat, get changed on the golf course. But in the winter, there's a lot more that goes on in terms of strength and conditioning training, isn't there?
Yeah.
Rather than golf. But to be fair, his school, they've been really good with him. We had a meeting with the headmistress at the beginning of when he started the junior school, and we kind of explained, where he was at, and it is a full-on thing, and obviously we do take school seriously, and his education is up there, but golf is just above.
Yeah. Well, I think that education system needs looking at somewhat anyway, because when you consider, I reckon Frankie would take a lot more out of a maths class if it was based on golf.
Yeah.
And science, all
One
the other
it all
subjects.
does it. And the curriculum is quite dated. It's the same as what we were doing at school.
Macbeth still on there, is it? I'll take it.
Sorry?
Macbeth still on there, is it?
Yeah,
I'll take
exactly.
it, yeah. This episode of the Birdie Golf Club podcast is brought to you by Birdie Golf Designs. I've been using Birdie Golf Designs irons for just over a month now, I believe it is, and they are transformative. I love a bladed iron, and to be able to play a cavity back bladed iron that is buttery smooth when it's hit is just ideal for all levels of golf, in my opinion. I think we should all start using bladed irons because I think you should have that feeling of a little bit of pain when you hit a bad shot. I think that is quite important. But in all seriousness, there is a market, of course, for cavity back blades, but I personally love bladed irons. And these are incredibly affordable, high-end bladed irons. So just go over and check them out now. Birdie Golf Designs. They're available. You have a look on them on Instagram. I think if it's shop.birdiegolf.com, you'll be able to find a set that really fit your game. So go and check them out now. Use code podcast25 at checkout and you'll get 10% off your order. Thank you so much to Birdie Golf Designs for sponsoring this episode. And
it does need to change because there are some children that have big personalities that, not necessarily have, much to them in terms of, braininess, but can go out and make something of themselves just from people skills.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily about how good you are in a classroom if you can adapt your skills, in other ways.
I know it's something that Bryson DeChambeau was looking into because obviously, he's doing all right at the moment, Bryson, generally. And he's starting his own school, I think, in Texas, where it's going to be based on what kids excel at. They get taught via that. Because he said he struggled at school. He couldn't work things out until he applied everything to golf. And then he loved every moment, no matter what the lesson was. Nutrition, you can base it on golf, maths, science, English, it can all be related back.
On a Monday, didn't you? And the teacher said because they have to sign like a reading planner to say how much reading they've been doing. And his teacher said to him on the Monday, Franky, you haven't done much reading this weekend. He said, no, I've been reading greens.
That's brilliant.
So yeah, he's reading something. But
Exactly. And I've seen you got a message from John Terry as well, Franky. I saw that on the thing. Have you ever sorted out that round with him yet?
No,
not yet. He's a busy man, isn't he? But we're still hunting him down.
Yeah.
Are you all Chelsea fans as well? I know. Are you all Chelsea fans or?
No.
No. Who do you support? Do you like your football at all?
Yeah, I mean, never play it. I don't like football really, but yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Oh, well, you definitely don't like football then if you're an Arsenal fan. That's fine. I can't talk. I'm a Man United fan. It's not going well for me at the minute, Frank.
Old school Man United, mate.
That's good to hear. I thought maybe that had stopped.
Yeah, since you're losing.
That's brilliant.
I'm a Pompey fan.
Yeah, he's Pompey fan.
Pompey fan, yeah?
Yeah.
Pompey in early 2000s. Special time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, it's good old days.
Nowadays.
Yeah, not so good now, mate.
So what's coming up, Franky? What's next? Obviously you had a big weekend last weekend, but I'm sure you've got something else that you're eyeing up on the calendar. So what's next?
So this weekend you're at Stoneham, aren't you? So
right, yeah.
Stoneham run
yes.
Squad days, don't they?
Yeah. So yeah, so on Wednesday.
Yep.
Going up Stoneham, playing maybe 18, but probably 9. Just trying to practice before the round and then go out, play a bit of golf, do you know what I mean? And try and work on as much stuff as you can, and then after that,
And then you've got.
And then I've got the Hampshire training day, and in that you kind of work on all areas of golf. Do you know what I mean? You work on actual golf, like the golf swing and all that, but then
skills test.
You also work on like skills tests, so your ability to do. And then you also work on, strength and conditioning, and we all do like Zoom calls on that.
In the winter, we do Zoom calls.
In the winter, but then also you work on like mental, so like as in like actions on the golf course, like attention span. I mean,
keeping cool.
Yeah, just like do a bad shot, just stay cool.
The next big one coming up is the Hampshire Junior Club, Junior Champs, haven't you?
County Champs.
County Champs, and that's
That's what we're prepping for.
Yeah, where's that?
In July. That's
Hockley
Golf Club.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's busy.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting from that. That's busy. No, I haven't played there.
Yeah.
Is it good? Good track.
We tried to do a practice round. We always try and get a practice round in, but we've actually found, funny enough, that if he doesn't do a practice round and he just rocks up to a club that he's never played before, he actually plays better.
Yeah.
Sometimes unknown that actually, because I think sometimes if you play a hole that's horrendous, and when you come to play a tournament, in your head you're thinking, oh God, last time I played this hole it was horrific. So I think just going in there with a clear mind and hoping for the best sometimes works.
I think sometimes you can overthink everything.
Yeah.
Overanalyze the whole course and everything like that. We was going around doing practice rounds everywhere, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then it just hasn't worked. Hasn't always been the best thing, has it?
But what I think though, if you're playing, I know it's a bit of a change of subject, but if you're playing in a 36-hole comp, like for like the Hampshire County Champs, you've got to try and build on how you've done it, because yesterday when I played 36 holes, I played the same hole, because at Stoke Bay it's kind of a weird thing. You play like a hole, even though you're playing it twice, you're technically playing it 4 times, because it's kind of a weird course. It's like
there's 18 tee boxes and 10 greens.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Well, it is weird.
Yeah. So you share the split off of different tee boxes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So obviously we're playing the same hole effectively 4 times.
Yeah.
So
it's a great course, isn't it?
But you
get to know the green complexes pretty well.
9 holes you play, you've always just got to build on how you're playing. So in the first time out, if you make a double, try next time make a par or a bogey, or next time after that try and just try and hit as far. Like, I know it's hard, but try and hit as far as you can and try and make birdie. You know what I mean?
You're setting yourself new challenges each time. You're getting to know the hole better.
Play, you always play. It's weird. Every hole you're pretty much playing 4 times in a 36-hole comp.
Yeah.
Every single hole, just set a milestone. If you make bogey, make par. If you make par, make birdie. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Just build on it as you go. So, that's interesting, because you saying that you sort of almost got used to over preparing. That sort of fits in. I had Martin Maritz on the podcast, and he played on the DP World when it was the European Tour for about 12 years. And he said that he really struggled a little bit when the tech started coming into the game and you could do like the Google Earth flyover and everything like that, because he felt like he needed to do it because everyone else was.
Yeah.
But he was more of a feel-based player. So he would then, all his feels would go because he would be working on systems and everything like that. It just didn't work for him. But then you've got other guys like, your Matt Fitzpatricks, who are noting down every single practice shot, using systems to do it. I had Scott Fawcett on the podcast, who's the decade golf system, which I don't know if you guys are aware of, like the decade golf system and stuff. I'm sure you are. And it's just interesting to see what works for different people, because it's not just one size fits all, is it, at the end of the day? And if you're better just rocking up, Franky, and just playing your natural game and building as you go, then that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, I think otherwise you can put that bit too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
And getting there too early, I think that's what we was getting there. We was always the first ones, and the last ones to leave, weren't we?
Yeah.
Every time, and we've kind of like changed that around about this year, haven't we? And we've just tried to relax as much as you can. But I think maybe that was us as parents putting that pressure on, not putting the pressure on, but maybe overanalyzing it a bit and trying to preparing for the best. But I don't. Maybe that wasn't always the right thing to do, was it?
No. But it might be something that, when you're a teenager, Frankie, that might be something that you want to do, and then because you guys have put that into place of that's how you do it, he's then going to go, right, okay, cool, I know how to do that now. So you never know, long term it could work out that was a great thing,
Yeah, and I think sometimes as well is that before a round, like when you're going on a driving range, you see people like going down driving range, hitting ball after ball on the range and stuff like that. But again, we was doing things like that, and then you could just tire yourself out before you've got competition, especially as a junior. I think you can be over tired, overthinking everything. I think just relax and go and have. We get up, have a cup of tea, don't you? And go down, have a cup of tea, toasted tea cake normally, Frank, don't you, in the clubhouse?
Yeah, testing.
Everywhere, review them everywhere. Then you'll hit a few in the net, won't you? And then mainly just putt, won't you? Chip and putt around the greens, or even try and sneak onto one of the greens and do putt to the edge of the green.
Yeah, just to see what the feel of the greens is, to see what you're dealing with, because ultimately, whatever you see on there is what you need to practice. Because if you're practicing something totally different, that's not even on the course. Why? Because that's not.
Well, because of the putting green not being the same on there.
Because you're not going to need it. Do you know what I mean?
And they're never quite the same, are they? The putting greens, the practice green, never quite the same.
The putting green is like totally different. Because that's not preserved as much as the course is. So, what have you putting? You're not getting the same, readings. Do you know what I mean? Like, because not every hole. Because say if there's only 4 holes on the putting green, you're not getting perspective of every single hole in the course. Because if it's a whole course, you're only getting 4 reads. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And with putting, Frankie, do you have any systems that you do for it, or do you like to just pick a line? Do you do a bit of aim point? Where are we at with the putting?
I used to do aim point, but I found that sometimes it
you was overthinking.
I was overthinking it, and it got me a bit nervous when I was taking my putt, because I'm thinking, well, I've got to stay focused on that line. And then I end up just hitting it, and it's going, 6 yards left. And I don't want that, but so now just kind of I look in front and then behind of the hole, and then sort of analyze what if you can see a little break, sort of all I do is I just put my ball on that line, and then I'll get my putter and sort of just
use the shaft
to plan I'm gonna hit the putt, and then get up to the ball, and then
you've got a routine, haven't you? And it's working for them, but then
and you just don't think about it, or just think about it, but don't just relax. Hit goes in. Do you know what I mean?
Quality, I mean, because I've got it's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I think aim point's a load of rubbish, and I mean that in the nicest way, because I get it for really bad putters, people who cannot read greens, because if you can't see it with your eyes, then you're not going to stand a chance. So maybe your feet can help. But the best putters of all time didn't use their feet to read putts. They stared at the lines.
I don't know how you feel it with. I can't.
I think it's just
close your eyes and then try and feel that. I just can't.
I think it's a confirmation. I think it's a confirmation, but I think that's what happens. I think people like it because it gives them something other than themselves to rely on. But the trouble is, do you know what, this is a silly one, right? Not everyone's fingers are the same size.
Yeah.
Right? So we're running off of this 1-2 sort of system, but it doesn't. I mean, I am talking completely ignorantly because I've not really properly looked into it, but I don't necessarily like the idea of everyone adopting it, because I just think there's something to what you're doing, Frankie. I think that's how I've always putted, and it hasn't always been decent, but it's slowly getting better again. Is just seeing it. Tiger probably, Brad Faxon, best putters of all time. They just stared down the hole and picked a line, and it's all about pace, right?
The thing is though, so it's like doing that, like you say, like doing that finger method. Everyone's got their own like way and method, because it's like, because when I do my putts, I do the interlocking grip, like when I do my putts, because I do that for everything. But like people, they use the claw, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do. Like there's always like people do every single thing different, like on putting.
Whatever suits you, innit?
You don't need to like, because if Rory McIlroy does a putting does a putting grip, or like a putting read, like you don't need to follow that, because whatever work, you can end up blooming topping the ball.
Yeah, I can speak to that, because do you know when Billy Horschel won the BMW?
Yeah.
Do you know when Billy Horschel won the BMW last year?
Yeah.
Right, I watched him putt and I thought, God, he's unbelievable at putting this,
Yeah.
and I just thought, I'm going to try it. So I went out and tried the Billy Horschel technique. Yeah, I gave that up immediately. I think I hold one putt and was like, maybe, and I was like, no, there's no.
It's not always textbook, is it? That's the thing.
No. But
Exactly.
It's like saying the other day on your Instagram about when the sponsors, when people like Rory McIlroy are getting a sponsor, but that sponsor, that equipment isn't working for that person.
No.
And how many clubs have we tried, and how many?
I think
We're always trying different. Even putters, Frank's changing his putter quite frequently.
Yeah.
Days he's gone that, some day, and it's always changing, because it's not always going to work that day.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I do understand the equipment deals, because at the end of the day, there's financial incentives involved and everything like that. And obviously as well, to be associated with your Titleists, your TaylorMades, that's amazing. That's every golfer's dream. But when they're at that level and it's not working for them, rip up the contract and go and do what works for you. What clubs are you using at the moment, Frankie? What have you got in the bag?
So I've got TaylorMade QI10 Maxes. Got a 7-wood, high wood, and a driver.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got Titleist T200s irons. And then I've got Roki wedges for Titleist SN10s. And then I've got the Scotty Cameron Phantom putter.
That's not a bad bag, is it? That's very nice. And they're all fitted to you as well, Frankie, yeah? The right size, everything?
Yeah, they're lady shafts. Yeah.
Quality, yeah.
That's changed though within the last 8 months.
Within the last 8 months, because when I got fitted for them, there was junior shafts, but now I've grown in the past. I don't feel it, but apparently I've grown about 2 inches in the last 8 months.
It's probably that way.
I've probably grown like 4 inches in the last 8 months, but I'm thinking, have I?
Yeah. And your swing speed is a lot more now, isn't it? So you need shafts.
What kind of swing speed are we talking now with the driver, Frankie? What you got?
Around like mid-90s, around that.
Yeah.
Mid-90s.
Wow. And the thing is, I bet you're fine in the middle of the face as well.
Yeah.
That's annoying. I can't. It's like
it is costly, because where you're always growing, and I say this, we spend money on golf clubs, and then it's like, how long is that going to last? Oh, 6 months later, we're changing them again. So it's always growing.
Thing is, though, I noticed that some clubs you need to change more than others, because on a putter, you don't necessarily need to change that as much as you do your driver.
Shafts, you mean?
The shafts,
yeah.
And when you grow, you always need a new driver, but not like within reason. Like you need like a new shaft and your driver, but like if you grow 2 inches, your putter might still be alright for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're quite fortunate because we know a guy called Matty, don't we? Matty, the old golfer.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you know Matty. Seen him?
Oh, I've seen the alt golfer on Instagram. That guy, yeah.
And he's helped out loads, Frank, hasn't
he? Yeah.
And even like he's we've dropped something round to him and we phoned him up and said, Matty, we need to get this sorted really quickly, and dropped it round on Sunday evening, and then by like Monday he's turned it back round for you, hasn't he, Frank? And then he can help extend clubs and do all sorts of things.
That's a good guy to know.
We can't send them without them for a week. We can't.
Yeah.
that
doesn't happen.
That's not going to happen, is it?
You won't have it.
No.
Need a matey tour truck, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, maybe, you know, watch that space, I guess. With that one.
Could happen.
That's brilliant. And like I said, I mean, I spoke with Ali from Club 36 as well, and I think you're repping some Club 36 gear as well, aren't you, Franky? You got that?
Yeah.
He's apparel deal.
Amazing, aren't they? With Ali's really supportive of you, isn't he? And he's fully behind you.
I wish he'd done a match as well, didn't I?
Done a YouTube video.
I saw that one. The bearded golfers. Yeah.
Gave him some stick, didn't you? But no, what they're doing is amazing, and it's going totally in the right direction. So
yeah, I interviewed him very early doors with the Club 36 before it launched and everything, and just having the guts to do it is
it's such a hard business to get into because there's so much competition. But that's why we said about junior clothing, because he's sort of just getting into junior clothing, because there's so many things that us as parents, you're so limited on junior golf apparel, aren't you? Like when it comes to shoes, even like that, you know. And like Franky likes to wear he wants to wear like Jay Lindbergh, but you just can't get it in juniors. So it's, you know, there's such a big market out there, but people don't want to. It's a scary to go into, I suppose. But we've given Ali a bit of feedback, aren't we? And we, you know, this is what we could do with, well, this would work for us, and it's
they've been decent, haven't they?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, it really helps.
Yeah,
stuff, haven't they? Looking on that.
Yeah,
the sponsors and things like that obviously help greatly. Is there anyone in particular you guys want to shout out whilst you're on the podcast that have been like?
Who would you like to sponsor you, Frank?
Oh yeah, come on then, Frank. Let's hear it.
Yeah, go on.
Who would like to sponsor me?
Yeah, so if they're listening to the podcast, who do you want them to?
Wait, what do you?
We're thinking like G4 or
we can get into cold plunges, you know, whatever you need. You know.
I'll tell you the one that help out the most: FootJoy.
I was just going to say
we go through so many shoes
gloves.
and
shoes
shoes,
and gloves,
don't we?
It's you. If you saw my glove collection, if you saw how many gloves I've used since, like, in 2 years, I think you would have at least half a dozen.
Really?
No,
I was gonna say, I reckon more.
Wow, I think there'd be more. We've got a whole drawer full of them, haven't we?
Yeah, I've literally upstairs. I've got like a drawer in my room, and it's just like I've got at least like 7, 8 gloves.
Ripped gloves. Where do they normally go? Where on the hand do they normally go? The gloves when it rips.
We don't really get to that point. They go a little bit brown, and he wants a new one.
It's normally up the thumb, like here, branded, and then.
Sounds like they've got a lot of life left in those right, you know. He's not liking that. Look. It's like, no, they haven't. They're done.
New pair needed.
Yeah, I literally bought a pair of shoes, wasn't it? And then about 3 weeks later, they were too small again, weren't they? So
of course,
go through them like. Yeah.
All right, so FootJoy. FootJoy's the one.
FootJoy's the one, yeah.
Yeah, FootJoy.
Could do with a little sponsor from FootJoy.
FootJoy and Jay Lindbergh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So because Jimmy Bullard had a bit of Jay Lindenberg at one point, didn't he? But they've
Hey, they're listening. You know, don't hold back.
Don't hesitate.
Exactly. You're open to offers at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll battle between them.
Listen.
If it's G4, tailor-made, tightless, you know.
Reach out.
Stanley. I don't really care.
Morgan Stanley, it's great shout. Goldman Sachs, are we doing that as well? Are we...
Peter Miller would be a good one as well.
Yeah, Peter Miller.
Yeah. Just all of them. Let's just get them all on board. Early doors.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's brilliant.
You know, PXG, maybe.
Yeah, well, are you sure? Listen, I want to say thank you to all of you so much for coming on the podcast. It's one because I'd heard amazing things about you, Franky, as well, and the fact that you're just this incredibly sort of like competent, confident, you know, lad who just knows what he wants and he's also got all the. I think you've got all the things that make golf a very special sport as well, because you've learned all of the things like politeness, kindness that go along with it, and also the what I love about golf, and I'm sure you get this as well, Frank. When I played when I was younger, I kind of liked that there was little sections of the clubhouse that I couldn't maybe go in, and there's little tournaments which I have to sort of earn a right to try and play in or whatever it might be, because sometimes it's nice to be able to earn those things and to achieve those things, and sometimes when things become a little bit too watered down, we don't get that experience when we're young. But I think you've learnt those things, and that shows by the fact you're able to come on here and talk to me, and put everything so eloquently and brilliantly. So you're a credit to yourself, Frankie, and clearly, obviously, a credit as well to you, Darren and Sarah, as well, and all the hard work you're putting in. So you must be incredibly proud, and I'm sure you are. And I guess it's watch this space when it comes to Frankie Hardy.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hard work. It's got to pay off one day, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll catch up again on the podcast. We'll book in another day in the future when you do something else historic, like you did.
Like, because like when I say that I want to get on the DP tour, it just feels mad, but that can happen very, very soon. But
if you work hard enough, anything can.
It's just, it's kind of mad to me, really, that, because it's not mad to me, but like it's kind of mad right now that can happen, because, I'm at such a young age still, do you know what I mean?
You've got to have dreams.
Still, I'll go through school.
Well, exactly. Look, let's just get school out of the way. Get it done with, and then you can really, crack on. But you seem to be doing a decent amount of golf at the moment, Frankie, as well. So, I'm sure you're just going to keep getting better and better and learning as you go.
Game one day,
eh? Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's get out and play someday. That sounds good to me. You're going to beat me already. So, actually, I'll tell you what. As a last thing, Frankie, I need your help. I'm playing just a mate of mine's running a little sort of Stableford competition at the weekend, and annoyingly, I'm going in as the lowest handicapper, and I reckon there's plenty of people that are sort of doing some bandit handicaps going into it. So, what's your one piece of advice? I'm playing Singing Hills. Do you know Singing Hills?
No.
Oh, it's like it's 3 9-hole courses that you can play in a different loop to play. We're playing 27. What would be your biggest tip to me? As I'm a 10 handicap right now.
10, right, yeah.
What would be your biggest tip to me to try and bring home the win on Friday?
Well,
I know that's difficult. You've never seen my game, but give me a tip.
Going into it in a 10 handicap.
Yeah.
And they will hire.
Yeah. It's so trying to get his points.
Yeah. So you're one of the favourites then.
Well, yeah, I think I'm completely done in by handicap, to be totally honest. I don't think I stand a chance. But they're gonna, you give yourself a 10 handicap, they're gonna be looking at you like, expecting something special. They're gonna be in for a rude awakening when they actually see it. But what would be a tip of just maybe like my mindset, because you seem to have done quite a bit of work on sort of that side of the game as well. What should I do?
Yeah. So I think I can relate to what you're kind of saying now, because I think I've definitely been in a situation where you just want to do anything, you just want to be free, and just want to blooming chuck your club on the floor, but
that sounds like me. That does sound like me.
Try and recover on the next. So
turn up like you're a 2 handicapper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Just have a bit of a swagger about me. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Just be like, hype. Just be ready.
I'm a big noise.
Yeah. Just think that.
All right.
Just play.
Yeah, I think we've always tried to say.
Don't because when you're in a competition, you try and think, well, I've got to up my level because I'm in a competition. Just play your normal game. Don't try and play anyone else's game. Just try and play your own game. So just smooth swing, relax. First tee shot. I know the feeling. It's nervous, but just try and bomb it down there.
Okay. I'm going to use the quiet eye technique as well on the ball, which I know you've been putting into place, of the little dot on the ball and just staring at that.
Yeah.
Have you tried?
Yeah, I used that for the golf trip that I went on, and I shot my lowest round. I shot a 78 using that technique. It just cleared my mind, and that's probably what you find, Frankie, as well. It takes away all the noise. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna use a bit of that. I'm planning on hitting a little low stinging 6-iron off the first tee, just to set my, because you don't need driver around there, and I reckon they're all gonna try and hit driver.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna bring out a nice little 6-iron, knock it down there.
Right away, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sting it.
Yeah.
In reality, it might not be a stinger.
Yeah.
That's in my head.
Turn up like you're the best there, because you've got to be confident.
Just act normal, don't you know?
Yeah, no, but just
Frankie's worried. He's worried I'm going to turn up and be a really horrible person to deal with. Look, you can see it.
Yeah.
Just play.
Yeah.
Just play.
Let your game do the talking.
yeah, absolutely.
Don't be like thingy though. Not thingy. Don't
be nervous.
Be like, I'm gonna win this, but don't be like, I'm gonna win this and jinx it.
Yeah.
Okay. So like an inner confidence I need.
Yeah, but predict the future sensibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I always try when there's competitions coming up, and we try and say, I always say to you, don't I, like to try and replicate a person to try and turn up in a competition, and we always say about like Jude Bellingham, don't we?
Yeah.
In football, what he's gone and done, and where he's come from, and then gone over to Real Madrid, and now he's like the man in Real Madrid.
The main man, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You want to try and turn up and
shoulders
show up.
back.
Yeah.
Shoulders back.
Yeah. And
watch this rather than watch out.
Yeah. And if you're another thing what we've been told as well is that if you're coming in 3-4 holes left, don't think, oh, I'm going to try and hold on, get this score next 3-4 holes. Try and be like confident and say, I've got 3-4 holes left. That's how.
I want to try and make birdie.
Yeah, how low can I get?
Because if you're one over through, and you're on the 14th, you got.
I've had a day. If that's the case.
4 holes to play.
Yeah.
Got 4 holes to play. You think, right? Don't think I'm just going to play cool. You think I'm going to try and go birdie. So 1 over. And you're going to go try and birdie. And finish 3 under. You know what I mean?
Now we're talking.
Now
we're talking.
2 under.
Yeah.
You could win the competition then.
Yeah.
I think I'd win it by a landslide if that was the case, Frankie. I like the confidence you've got in my game. But yeah.
It's the thing, isn't it?
Confidence
is
yeah.
Yes.
Because up at Stokes Bay, there's like a fence you need to clear. And, if you don't have the confidence to hit it over the fence, that can cost you a shot. If you hit over the fence, I know it's South America, it's only a fence, but if you hit it over the fence, you've gained, effectively, another 80, 90 yards. And then you've got a good shot in, and, you can be on the green for free and potentially make par.
Yeah.
You
just got to commit. You got to commit to the shot.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I'm going to cut that bit up, and that's just going to be my inspirational sort of like self-talk as I head there on Friday morning.
Shoulders back.
Back. Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Commit.
Don't overthink it. Just play your own game.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to overthink it. I already am. I mean, it's Monday.
Twice, and then maybe another time. I'll get there like 12 o'clock at midnight, and then I'll play a practice round, never another, and then I'll go and play. Oh yeah, come to the clubhouse. What did you shoot? 16 over. What? 16 over. Oh yeah, I've done 6 practice rounds.
Yeah. I mean, the way I am, I'm probably heading there now, setting up a tent on the 18th tee, and
have a nice tea, nice pot of tea before our day, Frank.
Okay.
Little biscuit.
Yeah, so they're having a full English, you see, as part of it, but I'm not going to have the full English. I think that's a mistake. So little tea and a little toasted tea cake, yeah? Is that the...
Toasted tea cake and a pot of tea.
Got a rating for me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do that, and I'll let you know how I get on.
1 from 10.
I'll give you a tea cake rating afterwards. Yeah.
The teapot as well, isn't it?
Yeah, teapot.
Oh, and the teapot. Okay.
The tea's got to be teapot.
Yeah, it can't just be in a mug. It's got to be in a teapot.
I can't have a coffee. No, I'm more partial to coffee. Coffee's a no-go, or can I swap out?
Well, I've had coffee before. I'll eliminate it.
Okay. So if it's personal preference, you're happy for me to go with the coffee, yeah? Yeah. I don't want to mess it up. Listen, thank you all very much again, and I look forward to seeing what you do next, Franky, and joining you on the journey.
Cool.
Thanks
very much, mate.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.